Ladies and gentlemen, it's round 18 on the Football Town show tonight, and Heidelberg are going to try their luck against title hopefuls Richmond FC, and in the next game Molly Burke returns to league action for the EFA Eagles, and they're going to try and claim a big scalp in Marcelo Marquez's Melbourne Uni FC. And then Pascoe Vale will look to keep their slim title hopes alive as they go up against Spiro Cargiss's determined Vic Vipers. Then the final game of the night sees Ashburton FC take on Mary Mitkoski's Fitzroy. And crossing over to all the men's action, Mo Mata will look to continue his red-hot form against bottom four rivals Mickleham FC and Vlado Zoric. And Milton Sakos is back to inspire his side in one of the biggest, most anticipated clashes on the calendar, the El Clasico against Pascoe Vale. And then in the final clash of the night, we see Humes Neshet Sahin look to take apart Michael Lamb's Albert Park. Before that, let's join Jimmy Soufas for all the women's action.
To kick off round 18 of the women's side of things, ladies and gentlemen, we take a look at the round 17 results. Ashburton went down in a close one to Richmond 3-4. Heidelberg had a tough draw against Vic Vipers 3-all. Fitzroy slapped EFA 8-2, and Pascoe Vale and Melbourne Uni was postponed. To kick off round 18, Heidelberg will take on Richmond in the first clash of the night. And it was Richmond who got off to the better start. Sienna Fogarty almost opening the scoring as Heidelberg just managed to keep her out. Kristen Stensholt's long ball was saved by Kelly Bitzes, who is a new goalkeeper for Heidelberg, but she could not keep out Kristen Stensholt's effort shortly after as she palmed the ball into the net and Richmond led 1-0. A poor throw from Bitzes was cut out by Mel Aloisio, and Fogarty finally got in on the score sheet after a few early efforts were saved. Richmond led 2-0 before Aloisio tapped home to make it 3, and Richmond really were running away with this game. Michelle Verzi picked up the ball around the middle of the court and she tried to wrestle her side back into the game as she beat Sarah Clapham, and it was back to 3-1. Heidelberg looking like they could mount a comeback. And it was Verzi again who took a brilliant touch with her right before converting with her left, only trailing 3-2 at the break. A good strike there from Belinda Panella, and it was 3-all in the blink of an eye. Richmond's title hopes looking to be fading. And Panella was not done there as she struck home a stunning goal, and it was 4-3 to the way of Heidelberg. The bottom of the table side really putting some pressure on. Aloisio took a free kick smartly and quickly, and she had levelled the score. Kendra Jones dispossessed Vlajnic at the back and was luckily saved by Clapham. And Vlajnic had a good strike on goal which fell to Alki Stefanides, and she put the finishing touches on it, and Richmond hung on to win the game 5-4. I'm here with Kristen Stensholt, captain of FC Richmond. Kristen, 5-4 win over Heidelberg today. How did you see it?
We started off strong, 3-0 in the first half. We got a bit complacent, but we held them in the end, so it was a good win.
So now, before Melbourne Uni play, you're 1 point behind them, and you have 2 games to catch up on them. Do you girls feel at Richmond you can win the title this season?
Yeah, like you said, we're 2 games ahead yet to play, so I think we're going in with the last few rounds pretty confident.
And you look like you're getting a stable squad together. Yeah. Will this team keep coming, or will you add a few players, or how's it going to go first of the season?
The last couple of weeks we've lost players going back home and interstate, and I think we've got a solid squad now, so ready to finish the season. Next
game on the card saw EFA Eagles, who are improving very well week by week, take on the ladder leaders Melbourne Uni. Last time these two sides met, it was a 12-0 win to Melbourne, and it looked like it was going to be much the same when Marcelo Marquez walked through their defence, only for Mason Jones to make a brilliant save. Molly Burke used her pace and almost gave EFA a shock lead as she hit the upright, and it was Melbourne who would respond in kind. Nikki Cook playing in Marcelo Marquez, and the league's top scorer made no mistake slotting it through Mason Jones' legs. Marquez then had a good turn of pace as she played in Grace Kim, and she was the main attraction for Melbourne Uni as she had a goal and an assist in the first half. Marquez had nothing to do with the next move as Letizia Samet had a brilliant ball won, and she played off Grace Kim as she had her ball saved. Marquez then picked out Letizia Samet in the middle as Melbourne looked like they were going to run riot all game. Samet then dribbled straight through the defence, but Mason Jones made a brilliant save, and EFA really were hanging on in this game. Nikki Cook then played in Letizia Samet as she hit the upright, and a plethora of chances being wasted by Uni, and Letizia Samet was then saved again by Mason Jones. She was having a brilliant game. Cook with a poor turnover, and Molly Burke had a great strike on goal which was saved by Tracy Tran. Marquez was the only one that looked like really finishing the job all night long, and she had a classy finish for her second goal of the game. Burke looked the only shining light for EFA as she skipped away from Marquez and hit the other post, as the young 13-year-old really was pulling her own weight in this league. Late on, Grace Norbury bustled her way through the uni defence as she got a consolation goal, but Melbourne hung on to win 3-1. I'm here with Marcella Marquez from Melbourne Uni FC. Marcella, great game today, a good win over EFA Eagles 3-1, close game. How did you see the game?
I thought the girls from EFA put up a really good fight against us. We only had 5 players as well, so that always makes it difficult. And we didn't have a few players that are key players for us, so it was a bit hard, but I think we did okay. Yeah, it's good.
You've had a few slip-ups in your chase for the title. You're 4 points clear of Richmond, but they have 2 games in hand. Should they win both them, you'll go to second. How have you seen the season so far? Do you think you can still win the league?
Look, we believe that, but as we said before, like we take each game at a time. We try to do that. And look, all teams are really good teams. I know Pasco can win and Fitzroy can win as well. Richmond is a great team, so even if, look, of course we want to win. We'll just see how we go each game and see how we go.
Third game on the card saw Pasco Vale take on the Big Vipers. This great rivalry blossoms in the men's side of things, but the women don't take it any more lightly as Kat Smith looked to open up her account of the day. Molly Borman made a brilliant save. And then Smith was the main attraction, but Illy Jacob, the captain of Pasco Vale, looked to be the main threat for Pasco Vale up top, and she made no mistake when getting a rebound blocked by Michelle Duffy and confirmed by Jacob past Salama. A thumping strike from Sarah Richardson, which really shouldn't have found its way into the net from the distance she struck it, but it was 2-0 to Pasco. Richardson always loves the derby and has a great game against the Big Vipers every time, and her shot was saved and Jacob blazed it over. A 2-0 lead that could have been 3. And then it was Durston Ryan who missed a back post effort, and Pasco Vale really were wasting their chances. Tina Benoit opened up the second half by putting one just wide. Tilly Ford then cut inside onto her left foot before striking another past Salama, and Pasco Vale finally had the 3-0 lead they should have had in the first half. Kat Smith then wiggled her way through the Pasco Vale defence before finishing past Borman to keep Vipers in the game and have a slight chance at a comeback. The pressure was being put on, but Illy Jacob had another shot deflected and Richardson drove it home to confirm the 4-1 win, and Pasco was still in the title race. I'm here with Illy Jacob, captain of Pasco Vale. Illy, 4-1 win over your great rivals, the Big Vipers today. What did you think of the game?
Yeah, I think we had a pretty solid performance. I think at the end we let it go a bit defensively, but we managed to hold on, and yeah, we scored some really good goals today, some really good play. It's just making sure we play for the whole 40 minutes.
It's been an up and down season for your girls, but you're still a big chance at the title race. You're 9 points off Melbourne Uni, and you have 4 games in hand. They have 2, I believe. So how do you think the title race will balance out on your behalf?
Yeah, I think we have a really good chance. I think we're getting better every game. I think at the start of the season we had a bit of a change of personnel, which made it hard. And but yeah, now I think we're playing really good futsal and we're really good at a good shot.
Fitzroy's first goal of the night League Premiership.
And dribbling through and a big save there by Manong.
Simsek! Oh, Ernie Simsek! They had to try Metro, they had to go for it. So below, it's a run to Paris. Oh, it's a good safety for it.
And Yulka Avdic, who scores an absolute ripper of a goal. Lascaris knew nothing about that.
Hi, I'm Dana. You're watching the Futbol Town Show. Go Futsal!
The last game of round 18 saw Ashburton FC take on Fitzroy FC. Both sides with not really much to play for, but they would both go in hard to get the 3 points today. Fitzroy were slightly under strength, and Leah Barrett looked to take advantage of that early with her left foot strike being saved. Barrett then rounded up the keeper, and brilliantly done too as she played off Emma Hubbard, and she finished off her first goal of the night. Barrett looked the main threat for Ashburton early on, and Hubbard had her shot saved, but it fell back to her and it was cleared off the line by Mikovsky. A lucky break there for Fitzroy. Lisa Woods then had too much time and space throughout the middle of the court, and she drove one home from distance, and Fitzroy were level shortly after. A brilliant turn by Danica Petrescu and then laid off to Emma Hubbard, and Hubbard was in great goal scoring form as she put away her second of the night, and Ashburton led 2-1. Kicking off the second half, Hubbard ran straight at Mikovsky, and a deflection off Mikovsky went through the legs of Southwell, and Ashburton led 3-1, courtesy of a hat-trick to Hubbard. A brilliant ball from Elena Vagti was finished off by Carla De Luca, the first gamer, with a classy finish there, and it was 3-2. Barrett then taking her time from the corner, picked out Hubbard, and she controlled it brilliantly on the half volley. It was 4-2. And then Barrett again playing in Hubbard as she squeezed it around Southwell, and a 5-goal performance, stunning Fitzroy and giving them a 5-2 win. I'm here with Emma Hubbard of Ashburton FC. Emma, great win today, 5-2 over Fitzroy, who've been in really good form. How did you see the game?
Yeah, I think we went really well. We just kept going at it, and we just kept the defence up in the offence and just didn't let them score, and did our best to the end, I think.
And on a personal note, 5 goals for yourself. Question really, where have you been? Why's it taking you so long to join the Women's B League? I've
been playing outdoor for about 11 years. Just getting around to futsal now through one of the other players, so I don't know, just 5 goals. It was pretty good.
And the last few weeks, Ashburton's really improved. They've come a long way. You've blown a few leads. Tonight you didn't, you held on. What did you put that down to? Just inexperience with the team?
Well, we've had lots of players coming in and out, new people, and I think it's just together we really all worked. Today we really worked to the end and didn't give up. Yeah.
Well, that's it for the women's side of things for the round 18, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the results in full. Heidelberg went down to Richmond 5-4 in a tight encounter. EFA Eagles put up a great fight against Melbourne Uni, only going down 3-1. Pascoval thumped their great rivals Vic Vipers 4-1, and Ashburton, as we just saw, shocked Fitzroy with a 5-2 win and 5 goals from Emma Hubbard. Having a look at the ladder now, Melbourne Uni still lead the way on 40 points, but Richmond have closed the gap. They sit on 37, Fitzroy in 3rd on 32, Pascoval in 4th on 30, the Vic Vipers a long way back in 5th on 18, Ashburton in 6th on 14, EFA Eagles in 7th on 9, and Heidelberg sit bottom of the table on 4. Let's go to the top goal scorers now. Marcella Marquez is up to 35. She looks all but certain to take out the Golden Boot Award. Danny Gedelch in 2nd on 18. Tizia Samet in 3rd on 15. Nikki Cook is 4th on 15. And rounding out our top 5, Illy Jacob is 5th on 13. Next week's clashes see Ashburton take on Heidelberg. Pascoval take on Richmond in the game of the night. Melbourne Uni take on Fitzroy, which will be a great clash to watch as well. And rounding out the card, Vic Vipers take on EFA Eagles. Now we cross over to the men's side of things, ladies and gentlemen, with Matt Montgomery.
Taking a look at the round 17 results for last week, Ashburton were unlucky against Hume, conceding in the final few minutes. Pascoval too good for Mickleham as predicted. The Vipers defeated Metro in a close one. And Fitzroy as predicted were too good for Albert Park. The first game of round 18 saw Mickleham try their luck against Ashburton, who were looking to try and close the gap on the top 4 and get a favourable position for the end of season FOS Cup. And Ricky Castro got his side off to the dream start they were after, putting them into a 1-0 lead. But Lockie Campbell had another thing to say about that, streaming forward from the defence and scoring from a tight angle from distance, getting the better of Lee and Digby for 1-1. But it wasn't long until Ashburton found themselves in the lead yet again, as a David Akavisi counter-attack found Mo Mata at the back post, and he simply slotted past Steve Carsfarn. A poorly defended corner from Mickleham allowed Mo Algarabi to get a fine shot off on goal. Steve Garsfarn held firmly. And then Mo Mata's endeavour paid off for Richie Ferguson, who defeated his defender close to goal and just toe-poked in to make it 3-1. If Mickleham were going to be any chance in this game, they needed to respond quickly. Steve Carsfarn did his best from distance, leading Dippy standing tall. But Mata, the danger man for Ashburton, was proving hard to deal with as he weaved his way past 2 defenders and set up Ferguson for his second and a 4-1 lead. Yet more poor defending from Mickleham from a corner allowed Steve Gustus to latch on to Ricky Castro's corner and make it a 4-goal lead at the break. The second half continued to get better for Ashburton, and Mata, as he got on the score sheet with a hat-trick, put his hand up for man of the match honours. A strike from Mo Algarabi pummeled keeper Steve Carsfarn in the face. To make matters worse, Algarabi got his revenge at the back post, scoring into an open goal. Ashburton, who were looking certain for the win, were just working on their goal difference. Joaquin Jimenez exposed Mickleham from a corner for the 3rd time in the game. Mata, looking to get his 4th, was driven wide to the corner, so he just simply hit his ball across the D, found the foot of Ricky Castro and deflected in for a goal. Mata, who got on the score sheet yet again, had wrong-footed Carsfarn to the spot, and Ricky Castro put the cherry on the cake, also getting his 3rd of the game to cap off the 11-1 result.
I'm here with Mo Madden from Ashburton FC. Mo, big 11-1 win today and 3 goals for yourself. How did you see it out there?
Yeah, it was a good game. Boys played well. Confidence is high in the team. So yeah, it's a good game.
Mo, last season you left Ashburton to cross over to FC Melbourne, and now you're back. What was the move to go and come back?
Just to try something new. I went and played with some cousins, helped them out a bit. And then after Nationals, Benny got me to come back. Played at a higher level, which was good, so I came back.
Through the middle and T, saved by Blade.
Past Chan, gets his second goal of the game. The dangerous left foot of Maxi Avram. Always have to know the ball is going to Avram down that line. Slovacek, Josh Slovacek! What a goal! He's put him straight back. And Brunswick draw level.
The big strike there and a great save by Digby.
My name is Kay, and you're watching the Football Town Show. Go Futsal!
The next game was the one we have all been waiting for, the El Clasico, the 3rd edition of the season. Pascoe Vale, who had lost the last 2 editions of the El Clasico, really needed this win as they look to keep their slim title hopes alive. The Vipers, on top of the ladder, went close to taking the lead through Adam Cooper. Pascoe Vale's Sofian Soufi tested Kieran Pates early on, but he also proved too strong to deal with, denying the big Frenchman early on. But the Vipers were having the better of the attacking play. Johnny Barrientos streaming forward and getting a one-on-one chance with Giabata Bianchini, but he stood firm yet again. Robbie Armelini had probably the best chance of the half, only meters out, blasting over the bar. But it wasn't long until we had our first goal of the game. Maxi Avram from a tight angle and past a few bodies got the better of Bianchini, which rolled into the back corner for 1-0. A loft the ball by Adam Cooper found Miguel Barrigos at the back post, but he went for pace rather than placement and missed everything. Pascoe Vale failed in front of goal late in the half as Robbie Armelini toe poked wide from a short distance. Looking to extend on their 1-0 lead, Miguel Barrigos scored through the legs of Giabata Bianchini and fended off a tough tackle to score one of the goals of the week. But it didn't take long to hold off Pascoe Vale as Joel De Silva and Andre Caro linked up for a delightful 1-2, but a pinpoint throw from keeper Kieran Pates found the run of captain Johnny Barrientos and he volleyed into the top corner to make it 3-1. It was now game on and Pascoe Vale were desperate to close the gap yet again. Andre Caro found De Silva for a second time, but he beat Pates but couldn't beat the metalwork. Maxi Avram, who lost possession in the middle of the court, the ball fell to debutant Pedro and he got the better of Kieran Pates and Adam Cooper, who slid a little bit too late and reduced the deficit to 1 goal, but it was too little too late from Pascoe as the Vipers ran out 3-2 winners.
I'm here with Miguel Barrigos of the Big Vipers. Miguel, a stunning 3-2 win today over Pascoe Vale and your 3rd of the season over your great rival. How did you see the game?
Look, it was always going to be a tough game. Playing Pascoe Vale is, well, you know, they're a quality team, so every time we play against them, we've got to step and be at 100%, or else, you know, it's no competition. So today, I think it was a really, really good game. They played really well. We held really well in our defence, and I think that's what got us over the line, just the defending. It's pretty much it.
And with today's win, it pretty much takes you to champions of the V-League. Still a few weeks to go, but it looks all but yours since the first one since 2011-12, and the first one you'll be part of. How does it feel?
Look, it feels good to be in the position we're in. Look, it's a bit early to say, you know, we're champions. We've still got a few games to go. Hopefully we get a good result next week, and I think that pretty much sets us up. So to me, every game's a tough game here, so we're just grateful to be in the position we're in, and that's it, just keep playing.
The final clash of the night saw bottom-placed Albert Park take on Hume FC, who in a similar position to Ashburton were looking to better their place for the end-of-season FOS Cup. And last season's Golden Boot winner Adam Alisevich got Hume off to the desired start they were after, blasting unopposed past Tin Dang for the 1-0 lead. In the next run of play, Alisevich was at it yet again, this time setting up teammate Nejdet Sahin at the back post for one of the easiest tap-ins he will ever come across. Sahin, who had a free kick, decided not to go for this one and teed it up Shayan Rashidi, who simply blasted into the bottom corner, and Hume found themselves in a comfortable 3-0 lead. Tankia, who had just come back from injury, showed that he was back to full fitness by blasting one of the goals of the week past Tim Dang. Struggling to get the ball out of the defence seemed to be a major issue for Albert Park this season, and it continued as Fiku Vozdogan pounced on a loose ball. And it seemed Hume could really do no wrong. Alasevic getting his second on the score sheet, finally shooting himself into some much needed form in front of goal. As half-time neared, Hume were nearing a double-figure lead, and when Reza Kuluglu put a cross into the D to latch up with defensive partner Nejdet Sahin, Hume were well in control, and it was only going to be a matter of time until they walked off with the 3 points. Kuluglu, who set up Sahin just before half-time, got on the score sheet himself in the second half to reassure that they maintained momentum. Matej Vedrovsky and Adam Alasevic continued their strong partnership in front of goal. Alasevic had his hand in his 4th goal of the game, but Vedrovsky finally getting his name on the score sheet. The end of the game and the end of the season for Michael Lamb's Albert Park couldn't come quick enough. Uvedi Sisek continued the pain for all those in orange, and to cap off the 14-0 result, it was only fitting that Adam Alasevic got the final score, his 5th of the game.
I'm here with Nejdet Sahin from Hume FC. Nej, big win today over Albert Park. How did you guys see it out there?
At the end of the day, I think it's about 4 or 5 rounds to go. Had a bad start to the season. Lately, we've been getting some good results. The last one later, but great stuff to Albert Park. You know, even though I've got a lot of goals for the last few weeks, they've done well against us, so I appreciate it. But yeah, I think we're getting there.
And midway through the season, you lost manager Amin Kadad. Sad Shisek's taken over and made a few changes. Kadad was in the stands today. How have you seen Sad Sisek to Amin Kadad's management?
Amin's a great bloke, you know, now he's motivated, he knows to get up across the line. Sarge, he's had a lot of experience with younger kids, and he's done a lot of coaching over the past few years. I think it's his second year of futsal coaching. You know, we appreciate all of them. They're doing a great job. At the end of the day, you know, play for the Hume club. You know, so it doesn't matter whoever comes and goes. You know, we love everyone, so you know, we're a family at the end of the day.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another round edging closer and closer to the end of the season. Paul Vidic's men are behind the 8 ball this week as they went down to the Vipers and are probably out of the title race. Other results saw Mickleham go down to Ashburton by 10 goals, and Hume wiped the floor with Albert Park as we saw 14-0. Metropolitan and Fitzroy will have to be played on a later date. Taking a look at the round 18 standings now, the Vipers lead the way on 45 points over Fitzroy, who are on 37. Pascoe Vale and Metropolitan round out the top 4, while the battle for 5th position, Ashburton and Hume, that's certainly alive and well, and Mickleham looks certain to go into the relegation playoffs as Albert Park are locked in for that direct relegation zone. Taking a look at the race for the Golden Boot, Ricky Castro leads the way on 37 goals over Yuso Uladzilla, who's stuck on 30. Ernie Simsek, Uladzilla's teammates, on 26, while Sofyan Sufi and Fernando De Moraes from Fitzroy round out the top 5. Taking a look at the clashes for next week, Albert Park and Metropolitan, well, there could be cricket scores there. Another heavy defeat for Albert Park on the cards. Pascoe Vale and Fitzroy will be a thriller. Ashburton and the Vipers and Hume and Mickleham also take to the pitch. Well, as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Let's go to Goal of the Week.